Test, test, test. Okay, levels are okay. I'll probably have to adjust it because oftentimes, like, streaming and gaming are like two different levels and stuff like that. But okay, yeah, viewer match review. Submissions are still open. I'm not going to post the link, simply because I don't want to get it. Maybe I should post the link. Give me a second. But yeah, unfortunately, one of the person's submissions, yeah, they posted a name. So just one small thing of note: whenever you post something, I'd prefer if you guys would post your actual Tekken ID. But someone had posted their name, which is okay because I'm able to find it via one of the GG sites. But yeah, your name didn't pop up like under anything. So yeah, that unfortunately I have to skip you, who was actually the first person who had made a post too. Okay, let's go ahead. Turn this on. Okay, and I'm not sure whose perspective we're from. Okay, this is really quiet. Test, test, test. Maybe it'll pop up. But yeah, the very first person who had submitted their name, yeah, I can't find you, man. I'm sorry. Just make sure either, like I said, either post your Tekken ID or make sure your username matches a Tekken ID. What's funny is I even kind of tried doing a backward way search by going to Weibo and then trying to find you from like similar names, but I couldn't find it. So just make sure your account or whatever is still live. Okay, I think we're from Natty's perspective. Actually, instead of speculating, okay, yeah, we are from Natty. Okay, so big. Well, let's see. How do we start? Okay, 3-2 raw. Okay, let's go. Two. Yeah, careful one checking period. After the down forward 3-1, there's a lot of things that Claudio can do to crush you instantly. Down like 1+2, down 1+2. Okay, nice duck. A little bit late. This is offline, so it should be pretty fast. Okay, I like it. Down 4-3, just kind of meat hitting ground hit options. Basically, you're going to pop it, don't hate it. Yeah, I don't understand the punch parry in that position. Remember, you're only +5. Okay. Nothing wrong with forward 4 to down 4. Especially, even though like most people know it's launch punishable, it's going to be hard to get value out of it. Okay, obviously look for the 1-2-4-3 line. Okay, careful. 4-4 is -2 on block. Similar situation to down 4-3-1 usage by him. He can call you off. Okay, nice duck. Weird wall distance though. Do you see it? Okay, keep it simple combo. Back 2-4. Yeah, a little bit unoptimized all-ender, but that's okay. Ah, I like it. Sidestep 4 bait. There's probably string penalty on it, but the power crush is fine because people are going to be looking for the sidestep 4-2 or whatever. Okay. Yeah, he's definitely playing closed up. Whoa, I don't know about the EGF. It is -15, so the 14 was late. Also, this quality is like really bad. Okay, yeah, I don't hate it. You're super far ahead to go for like the down 4-4-4. Yeah, you can hit confirm it, but in that position, it's fine to disrespect your opponent. Like I said, you're super far. Okay, got the perfect electric we drop these part. I do like how you kind of half confirm. Sorry, the hell sweep. House tight. A nice duck. Yeah, he's kind of flailing at you. Okay, question is, what are you going to end with now? Okay, you're going to go for full push. Dash up down 4-2. Don't hate it. Yeah, 1+2 is -14. Wow. Okay, it's definitely going to put you into rage. Okay, I don't know about the 4-4-3 line. Come on, bro. Okay, keep it simple. Okay. I don't hate the down 1+2. I think in that position, down back 4 is more valuable because of the speed, but that's okay. You, like I said, he's playing super closed up, so you can play hyper aggressive like this. It's not a problem. Okay, I don't know about the CD3. Okay, yeah, -12, but yeah, you half confirmed it, which is one of the nice things. I've said that before. about double inputs like that, wall stand 1-2, is like you can hit the wall stand 1, and your brain registers that it's not minus 13, so you don't hit the 2. It's one of the best parts about the double inputs. Okay, yeah, you can take your turn back at at +7. Namek 1+2, they nerfed it. It's no longer -1. It's now -7, so you can take your turn immediately. Yeah, don't let... Whoa, what a duck. Don't let Claudio get away with that shit. Okay, yeah, I'm... small note, in this matchup specifically, like down back 4 for the +4 option, it's probably better to commit into some sort of midline rather than go for a single 1 poke. This goes back again to the fact that like Claudio's hyper evasive, and I wouldn't doubt it if his hop kick just crushes your 1 jab even at -4. Yeah, it's probably better to go for some sort of forced option or homing tool. Just make sure whatever you go for is in that realm of beating at least 15. So you want to go for something, 15 +4. So basically, well, we take away 1 frame. So 15 +3, so 18 or faster is what you want to go for post down back 4. But I wouldn't go for 1 check, especially because, again, if he has any sort of meter, he's going to crush you. And like I said, I'm pretty sure hop kick would still win, period. Yeah, I don't understand it. Okay, yeah, don't hate it. That's kind of what I'm talking about, going for like a demon paw at big plus frames. Give him something to think about. Okay, nice duck. I definitely want to see you duck more with purpose, though. There are quite a few situations where you're just ducking and you're just letting everything go by. Now, there's like 2 like trains of thought, right? Or technically 3. So the first one being that whenever you're flash ducking and fuzzy ducking like that, you're looking to specifically fuzzy things. So it's, not that you're ducking into a launcher like e.g. wall stand 1-2, e.g. wall stand 2, stuff like that, right? But it's more like you're ducking and then you immediately electric by taking that like plus frame option, right? Or you're committing ducking. So you're ducking and then you're like typically full sending. So the nice thing is you don't want to full send tsunami kicks at -15 for your 11 frame option, or you want to full send TP wall stand 1-2 at I13, 2 frames slower, but like significantly better risk versus reward, which is definitely why in this game, like Namco nerfed TP into a tornado spin, right? It's because risk versus reward in older games, it's like, yeah, I'm just going to full send TP, I get a full launcher, you take 1 billion damage, and I essentially win. Now it's like, okay, well, you can full send it still, but risk versus reward is definitely a little bit more skewed into the defender's favor. But yeah, again, you're looking to either flash duck into fuzzy timing or full send commit. Don't do this like half in between tactics. Now, with that being said, especially in like early games, you might see your opponent fuzzying or flash ducking like this and not committing to anything. It's really important that as you attacking your opponent and you're noticing things like this, you know that, oh, hey, this person has the capability or knowledge that they can punish this or do that, right? This is all called like, scouting, for instance. And even though your opponent might be really good, no one can really hide their actual tendencies for like muscle memory, right? Muscle memory is called muscle memory because it's muscle memory, right? So there's no way to hide the muscle memory per se, but that's little things you can pick up on your opponent if they're like flash ducking, stuff like that. But oftentimes, like I'm trying to get to, this is like in game 1. In game 2, like the only thing I can think of is you're playing like super fucking nerd. But yeah, just be sure to full send it. Like a lot of people get caught up in like these mind games where they outthink themselves and then they die because they outthought themselves rather than just committing to a tactic. They'll like go half stream and then they'll get themselves blown up. And then what happens is because like T8 is such a momentum heavy game. Yeah, then you start getting blown up and then you lose. And you're like, oh crap, why did I lose? Well, it's because, yeah, you did this or that or this. And you tried doing something so advanced that no human is going to fall for it, especially in T8. So yeah, don't outthink yourself. Just commit to things. And then you can start transitioning into this more, half-ass committal sort of stuff. But other than that, like very high-level players are going to be in category 1 where they're fuzzing, but for the sake of fuzzing options and then punishing afterwards. But you can be in category 2, again, full sending. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, that level 3, nah, it doesn't exist. Okay, I like the patience. Unfortunate. Yeah, you try to get the commit there. I respect it. Okay, I don't really like to throw again. You get patience. Beautiful whiff punish. Let's go. Open field situation. Are we going to go for like some sort of spike line? Okay, you want the running Oki. Don't hate it. Yeah, you caught him flinching off the 4-4-3. Oh, you definitely should have meter pop there. Wow, okay. No fear. Down 4-3-1. Sure. Ay, careful, careful, careful. Okay, you probably could have confirmed off that wall stand 1 against Airborne. Oh, interesting. Yeah, you're definitely closed up. Keep in mind, in like Tekken 8, you can diagonal, or sorry, crouch cancel the wrong way now, right? You can crouch cancel to the full crouch, you know, into the foreground. Just keep that in mind. It changes a lot of things. Specifically with like loss, like the number one, you have to be sure to crouch cancel. A big reset. Could be a kill. Yeah. Okay. I was thinking clean splat into like at least tsunami kick, maybe hell sweep line, something like that. Okay, you said in 58 minutes in. Yeah, also if you guys, you know, if you do have things like this, yeah, just be sure to tell me what time I'm looking for. Because yeah, it helps out. Okay, so rematch, losers finals. Yeah, no punish, down part 2, -13. Technically you can electric it, but God forbid any human who could do that. Okay, same thing. Yeah, -8, you want to take your turn back almost immediately. Yeah, back 1 is like not a shell of itself necessarily, because it used to be worse in E7. Launch him. Okay. Yeah, I would like to see you at least try for the electric, because again, you know, you have perfect electric on 13. The low heat smash is -14, and you have plenty of time. It's a little bit tricky on the timing to buffer it specifically, but still, you could do it. The only way to start being able to do it is by just trying to do it. Oh, scary. Yeah, full crouch down 4. Not just the punishability on it, but the speed on it is really bad in that situation. Probably better to go for duck jab. Don't try to churn steal with down 4. In my opinion, like down 4 churn stealing specifically is only really best suited when you're at plus frames to take your churn immediately, or sorry, to poke them out. Because again, your churn's kind of up now that it's -4 on hit. Back in the day at -2, yeah, you can immediately attack, but now it's a little bit scarier to try to challenge him. Okay, yeah, don't forget about your mid presence. Careful. Okay, you're dead, doesn't matter. I do not like this combo. Because Rage Arted, just Rage Art, guys. It's a mechanic in the game. Remember, you're playing offline. Your opponent can't fucking plug on you, bro. It's Rage Art. Okay, now what? Yeah, I don't like the running 2 there. Yeah, see, he's waiting for you to get up. But the problem is that's not really a tactic. Okay, nice blender. You have to meter pop. You have to... Not sure, sorry, heat burst, yeah. Okay, yeah, I don't like you going for this, like, electric line. I don't like the electric line specifically because there's... The real reason you want to go for the electric is you put your opponent into, like, a float state where they... If they tech roll, they're in a position where 4-4-3 and, like, Hell Sweep is a reset, right? But you don't want to always go for it. You don't always want to show the same thing over and over. Like here, it's okay to go for a down back 2 ender specifically, dash to like 0.1 or like 0.5, and then let them hang themselves as they tech roll backwards. Because a lot of people are going to flail in that position. But like if you know your opponent is like really trigger happy and going to go for, you know, down back 1+2, hop kicks, shit like that, right? Yeah, you just use their tendencies against them and try to get them into a bad situation. But if you always show the same Oki over and over and over again, yeah, that's what's eventually going to happen. You're going to either mistime it, misspace it, or your opponent's just going to adjust to it and know how to beat it. So that I typically use like the word like dynamic offense. Oh yeah, wow. Oh, okay, yeah, careful. Double Again, the double down 4 is risky because yeah, not only is the launch punishable, but the -4 specifically is what's going to get you blown up. And -4, he has back 3 on 13, down 4-2 on 14, the positive trade, or he can just full send Rage Art. And that's the thing, at -4, you can't do down 4 into Rage Art because frame data wise, it doesn't work anymore. So it's scary. In a scramble, Rage Art becomes like significantly more valuable, but also really quick, large hitbox things that can't be high crushed or have any sort of phantom crushing and phantom evasion again. Back 3 and down 4-2 are like perfect for that. There's actually a clip on Twitter where it was like a beginner player versus another beginner player, and they kept getting down forward, but they're playing Fang, where Fang with back 4, and they had heat, back 4, 3+4 on 12. They can do Rao's shoulder, right? A lot of these scramble situations just really fast, I-12, I-13, just completely dominate in that position. And people just don't use their resources when they need to. Wow, what a challenge. Okay, there we go. Demicon +2. Yeah, bad combo, but luckily the heat dash cancels a kill. 2-1-2, you can do it again. 2-1-2, and you can end with like a 3-2 for a taunt line there. Ayya. Okay, yeah, your launches are gone, man. Yeah, you're mentally defeated. Yeah, he had that same situation against you earlier, the 4-2, and then you're ready to electric him. Not even like really speedy electric either. Okay, good patience. Okay, take the space back. Yeah, you don't have to play necessarily passively. Like this backdash is smart, but as soon as you notice like him like backdash away on response / jockey for position, yeah, you need to get out of this hold back mindset. You need to take the space right away. Because unfortunately at this distance of the wall, any character is going to launch you for a kill, right? Because you're less than 50%. Now granted, this isn't 50%, like this is 50%, but still you have about 45% health right now. Any launcher here is going to kill you, so you need to get the fuck off this wall ASAP. It's not that close, but still. Okay, crouch cancel, reset, get a little bit better movement. There you go. I don't like that. Ah, yeah, see, then you outthought yourself. That's what happens. I hate this back 4-4 line. Wow, just full send it back 4-2. Yeah, nice. Yeah, you took a little too long to think. I think your idea was to kind of shimmy into down back 1-2, but the spreader, yeah, he backdashed and just full sent. Oh, you went for electric. Interesting. Yeah, don't outthink yourself. Just do it. Nope, bad punish. Yeah, it's like -18 or 19, down back 1-2. So you'd have to go for spreader realistically, the 4+2. The nice thing is you can do it in this game without meter. It just doesn't launch. Or at the bare minimum, you can do back 4-2. I guess back 4-2 would probably be more valuable. Okay, good. Like I said, that shit's -7. It's not his turn afterwards. Oi! Careful! I don't full. Yeah, just don't feel like you have to go in. Ah, no break. Okay, so number one problem for sure, Natty, nerves. You have to work on your nerves. How's it going, Astro? Work on your nerves. Like your nerves are getting the best of you, and you closed up unfortunately because of your nerves. At the bare minimum, one of the things I can tell, like basically every skill level, is if you don't know what to do, yeah, just backdash. But don't hold back necessarily. But you can just backdash. That's fine. But again, as soon as you're outside of that range where your opponent no longer can present any real threat against you, that's when you can start opening up and start moving, right? But if you don't know what to do, just backdash and then just be ready to look on spacing. But yeah, going back to what I had said in the first game, or the first match rather, yeah, don't get it caught into category 3. Preferably, like if you're really, really good, you want to do perfect fuzzy timing. But yeah, just if you're going to duck, just commit into an option. There's nothing worse than you ducking. Your opponent goes for basically a scouted out high, and then you just don't do anything whatsoever. So until you get to the point where you can start like transitioning more into like category 1 with again with fuzzy timing and proper evasive defense and stuff like that, yeah, just be sure to start full sending it. Again, wall stand 1-2, only minus, I don't think you can see minus 13, right? So minus 12. Only minus 12, just go for full TP, right? There's nothing your opponent can present against you that's going to get you blown up. Claudio can forward 2-2 for Starburst, granted, but still, even that's like more of a neutral reset, so it's not that big of a situation. Yeah, you need you're okay. So I know sights of 4-2, the strong arrow tailspin, or 4-1, whatever it is, into heat burst is not consistent, but still you need to find the proper timing to do it, because there's a lot of situations, like even in this last round here, where you get, was it this one here? Okay, the previous round, where yeah, you just do like a super like bad combo, back to whatever, down forward 2, and then meter pop here. Like you definitely should at least went for a side step forward 1, and then go for the meter here. Now you end with it, but then like I said, you go for this electric line. So that time you mistimed it, right? So he's like, okay, well you're mistiming your input. I'm gonna go ahead and just like challenge with it. Hop kick, the genocide cutter sort of thing right away. So still, the you don't want to be so static with your offense that you always go for the same thing every single time post strong aerial tailspin. Mix it up. Now that's not to say, if the wall's nearby, you don't go for a wall carry strong aerial tailspin. Of course you go for stuff like that, right? But in open field situations, I think I talk about this, right? This is in video number 1. So I'll give a top right corner for the VOD boys, or top right there. So video number 1, I basically talk about how, your combo should be looking for a list of priorities. Damage, like killing your opponent. 2 would be wall carry, because that leads to killing your opponent. And if wall carry is off the table, number 3 priority is basically for Oki. If you're always going for the same Oki, again, without any real inherent risk, like for instance, Bryan can taunt Jet Upper, right? And then you kind of lose there. Stuff like that. Then you kind of get into trouble. So, yeah, look to go for Oki and look to mix up your options. And then, like I said, furthermore, try working on the actual follow-up combo line here. Strong arrow tailspin line rather than early meter pop, because yeah, this does hit you with a damage penalty. And worst of all, you're going to put him to rage no matter what. So don't worry about rage specifically here. Just go ahead and do it. Yeah, no. I understand, but yeah, better optimization. I know with Kazuya it's tricky because yeah, the strong arrow tailspin, you distance and then axi problems, kind of like in a similar vein to like actually Heihachi's not that bad, but I know like weird things like that can specifically happen. Beyond that, yeah, don't panic so much. That's one of the things like you get better with like tournament nerves. Like the more tournaments you play in, becomes easier, but still. Tournament nerves, yeah, just play more tournaments, even online tournaments. Work those nerves out, because, yeah, you're definitely better than this guy. You've already proved you can beat him, but unfortunately, you just got to the point where you just closed up and ran into trouble. So, yeah, tournament nerves are definitely a thing. So, I understand, but at the bare minimum, I would say have some sort of tactic where you can um, go to some sort of better, safer default state rather than just hold back. And sometimes, yeah, just full send down forward 2. There's nothing wrong with that either. You don't have to do down forward 2. Only minus 12, homing, mid, counter launcher, I-14. Right? Just do it. Especially when your opponent was like very light on punishment, period. I wouldn't mind just seeing you go for it anyway. But yeah, the Oki line, the Punishers for sure, Astro, those are the problematic one. Yeah, always ending the same way and then getting like into this like weird mindset where if things stop going your way, you get into trouble is a definite issue for. Okay, sorry. My Steam is taking a while to boot up. I should have booted it up already. Kind of regret it. Oh, one last thing. Yeah, your hell sweep, because while we have time, while my Steam is still loading, uh, your hell sweep timing was good, but also semi-predictable. I would say don't forget to mix up hell sweep with wall stand 3, like, crouch dash 3, but not like, the big kick. Wall stand 3 off of crouch dash, and then down back 4. Yeah, down back 4 and down back 3. You only did like 2 down back 4s the entire set, and like same thing, down back 3 is also a really good tool for approaching low while also having a crush. But yeah, your low game was apart from hell sweep, like very well. Basically, your hell sweeps are like 80% of the time, 90% of the time, but your lows otherwise were non-existent. And even down 1+2 wasn't looking for like a counter hit trap timing. It was looking for a, okay, I want to kill you timing. But at the same time, down 1+2 is right slower than down back 3. And in that same situation, down back 3 is probably better to go for anyway, sort of thing. So don't feel like, have to always go for like super high risk stuff all the time. Because yeah, it's going to get you blown up eventually. Okay, sorry. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you need definitely more lows, 100%. Sorry, I have to like have the thing open. It'd be. Oh, okay. Victor versus Clive? Okay, sure. I'll give advice for both. I play both these characters. The perfect electric? Yeah, but you dropped the combo. Yeah, drop combos, man. You don't have to go for like absolute ideal stuff nonstop.
Get ready for the next
but like,
battle.
don't drop combo. Okay, so we're from the perspective of Victor.
Round 1. Fight.
Okay. I don't hate the immediate EI down too, I suppose. Yeah, interesting challenge. Punished by him. Yeah, a 2-2 -8. -14. Phoenix Shift 1. Okay, you challenged it. I like that. The 4/2 is it's safe, but it is like -7, so yeah, you can't take return. So I don't hate the 1/2, especially at -7, right? Because that means they can't crush you. Granted, Clive's not really a crushing character. Okay. Okay, big. Yeah, I do. Yeah. Don't fuck around. Good. I like it. There you go. That's a can-do attitude. Immediate EI2 into immediate rage guard. Oh, backsway. Okay. That's no carry. He should break the floor. Floor is better for him. Yeah, I don't like this combo at all. He could have went immediately for Y1. 4-4. Oh, okay, he mashing. 4-4 is a high, then he went for also. Okay. Yeah, he did initiate faster than so yeah, that makes sense. No. So after the down +2, so he has mine here, but you don't want to go for a slower approach tool like forward +2. It's just too slow in that position. So he immediately challenges forward 2 on 15, and then he's going to beat you, and then he'd kick for dash cancel with the longer. So yeah, you want to go for something quicker in that option than just going for overhead. The other problem is like even if he does it properly, the forward +2 is not super linear, but it's linear that even if he's sidestepping here, he's going to evade it. So yeah, don't go for a slower approach tool at plus. Probably better to commit to like 1+3 then, down 4, maybe even down back 1 if your character's opponent is is a a lot of people like going airborne, and Demic 1 is perfect. It's a shame that Demic 1 wasn't. Yeah, I was just gonna say the exact same thing actually. So EI down 2 is cool and all right. You're +8. The problem is you shift back into EI, and from EI, the fastest attack from EI is EI 1. So you go for EI 1, which is on 13, but 8 plus 5 is 13. So literally back 3 beats everything you go for here. And as you see here, he goes for the back 3 strong parry 2. So even if you go airborne, back 3 is gonna win. And what's crazy is like in this situation too. Whoops. Is even if you go for let's say EI. How do I back up? EI 1+2, which is the airborne. It's still probably gonna lose. let's go ahead and find out. Okay, so I'm trying to get that situation. So I'm pretty sure even go for EI 1+2, still lose. Yeah, see? The timing is perfect. Like, literally everything you go for is going to lose. Except for, like, EI 4 or EI 1+2. Because, yeah, the timing is absolutely perfect. That's just small, that's like small matchup knowledge sort of stuff. The good news is that only works, or this type of defensive tactic only works with Clive, I mean, technically Reina, but we would never talk about Reina. Clive, Leroy, and Jin. Okay, yeah, he's negative. It's probably better to take your turn back right away. Only in this situation, better take your turn because you're near the wall. So yeah, or wall stand won't see you leave. The wall's conducive for you to maintain pressure, so you should take your turn back, even at small pops. Game sounds a bit hot. Sorry. Is that better? Okay, so what I was saying is that basically the frame data on the EI down to at +8 is perfect for your opponent to like strong parry it. So again, the fastest option from EI is EI 1, but even a slower option like EI 1+2, even though he goes airborne, is still slow enough, or fast enough rather, that the strong parry of Clive wins out there. So that basically means from that position, you have to go for EI down +2 or EI 4. EI 4 is a little bit less valuable because, right, back 3 parry is a parry, so you can't counter at a parry. So basically, if you go like full send, like let's say EI 4-2, you're going to be -5, but at least you have the wall still on your side. But everything is perfectly speed-wise for the Clive player to win. Now, that situation only specifically occurs against Clive, Jin, and Leroy, and technically Reina too, but still, those 3 characters you have to just watch out in that situation. So any character with a strong parry, because again, strong parries work against airbornes. Like I said, you can't even go for EI 1+2. You will lose, but then it becomes more like, okay, what is my opponent going to do it? Is he not going to do it? You know, so on and so forth. Yeah, sorry. I think that's the main thing I talked about. What's in the title? It's confused. Okay, don't hit the down 4. Okay, that's a launcher. What combo you can go for? Down 4-4-2? Yeah. That's the easiest combo line. Okay, really early meter pop. You don't have to pop heat burst this. You could just go for an immediate down back 1-1 and then pop meter, and it still works here. And then we'll go for 1+2, trying to fish for the spike off of the Perfumer 2-2, 1+2. But yeah, the earlier you do a heat burst in your combo, the less damage your combo is going to do. So that's why you want to delay the combo, the heat burst as much as possible. Okay, smart. Yeah, good combo. I could see a beginner fucking up that combo really bad and dying in there. Do it. Don't do it. Okay. At least this doesn't break the floor, so you're good. If you went for Phoenix Shift 1+2, or sorry, Phoenix Shift Heat first. Okay, see the floor, see the floor, see the floor. Yeah, I respect it. Yeah, you went for the Perfume 1+2. You probably should have just meter popped and then, oh, it's too late. Meter pop and then sidestep a line and then go for some sort of carry line, whether wall stand 1+2, up forward 1-1, or just another down back 1-1 into Perfumer 1+2. Let me just show that. But that's I tried telling you guys this. You want to get the use your heat burst to better align and then set up a situation where you will eventually win. And that's again the nice thing about tornado spin. That's a nice thing with heat burst is you can control axes like that and get into a better advantageous situation for you. Like I said, we're into the final round. And then again, that really stems from the fact that Yamek 1-1 Perfumer or Pop is a thing in this game. Oh. And then same thing. Align it to the wall. Oh. Okay, it looks like we're knocking at the wall, but at least you can better control the situation and to have a better understanding. Although in that situation, maybe even going for 4-4-2 Perfumer lines or EI lines, probably not even fully frank. Okay, let's look at your... As I see from your rank thing that you're more of a Heihachi player. Let's take a look at Heihachi. I think I got a good amount of information. Go to Heihachi. Let's Armor King. We'll probably see more Armor King, right? Take a look at this one.
Get ready for the next battle.
Yeah, this is going to be a spicy matchup, especially because this guy's has a god rank. 370 prowess usually is what? 2 gods? Or 1 god plus a couple TGSs? Okay, good. You're not mashing against down 2. A lot of people will mash here, post down 2. And down 2 is +8. Yeah, +8. It's really good. Okay. Just taunting now. Step, horrible punish. Look like you got an invul prevented. No punish, yeah. Double hell sweep for everyone who doesn't know is -10. So you can duck jab it. At least only character who gets a proper wall stand 3-3 with punish, infinite kick. Okay, a lot of duck jabbing. I would like to see you more sidestep to weak side. Bryan has a very clear sidestep issue now, which is your sidestep right, his sidestep left, that it forces your opponent to prevent it. But duck jabbing, there's a lot of things he can do that will beat duck jab. Forward 3 on 6. Orbital, spaced out, back 4, spaced out, forward 4, stuff like that, right? There's a lot of things he can do against it. Even down forward 2 on 13, starts eating away on this, duck jab kind of tactic. So careful with that. Yeah, sidestep, sidestep, sidestep. Okay, bad punish. Okay, easy kill. Ugh. Look at that. He still kills you, though. The combo is horrible. Okay. I have a feeling you're playing on 1P, by the way. From how you're moving, I'm pretty sure you're 1P. Careful. Okay, don't full duck. Yeah, tech roll to get off the wall immediately. Careful. Okay, good news, you're not launched. Yeah, so with Heihachi, you're right, you do have Warrior Instinct, yeah, you need to, if you're losing like that, you just have to hit Heat Burst and pray. Like, you need to get this stack going. The problem now is you basically need to win 3 rounds in a row to have Warrior Instinct. Now, the good news is if by some chance you're able to win 3 rounds or 2 rounds in a row and get to round 5, there's a good chance you'll win, right? Because you still have Warrior Instinct. But, like, having the ability to, like, Warrior Instinct on, like, this round or next round to guarantee the win, is so tremendous. Like, if you're dying, you just have to Heat Burst. Even if it kills you, just do it.
Round 2.
Sorry.
Fight.
Oh.
Round 3. Fight.
Yeah, then it's a Fusion 1+2. Double house sweep, good patience. Nice punish. Okay, couldn't you have gone for the 4-for-2 line? Correct me if I'm wrong. Ah, I hate this. Ah. Okay, it doesn't work. Interesting. I wonder if that's because he's a tall boy. Oh yeah, careful. So for people who don't know, 1-1 with Heihachi is -5. It's not -1 like other Mishimas, because 1-1-2, of course, is a launcher for him. So that's one of those, like, you just have to understand your -5 and not try to take your turn back. And if you do try to take your turn back, probably better to full send, like, a, you know, the up forward 1 power crush or something. Oh. Bad punish. Yeah, this is one of the problems with Heihachi. His parry is very obvious when he misses it. So, like, and it has no range, so you should be ready to launch punish him, like, very easily. At the bare minimum with Bryan, again, forward 4 is perfect. Aye, kill him. Okay, not a real thing. Yeah, forward 2-1 has a penalty on it, right? Too late, whatever. Yeah, he didn't know. He doesn't know about forward 2-1-3 or whatever it is. The variation off TNT. A slow parry. Okay, I would like to see the meter. Again, heat burst is huge. Gives you, like, plenty of time to think. Okay, don't hate it. Yeah, -5 after cannonball straight. Okay, no confirm, would have killed you. Yeah, in this position, the thing is, right, down 2-3 is a launcher. So he just needs to commit to it. And best of all, right, you're only -10. So what is Heihachi going to get here? So not only can you, like, kind of confirm down 2-3, now granted in this game it's, like, significantly harder because the animation's different. But still, you're only -10. Like, risk versus reward, sometimes you just got to do it. Nice challenge. Yeah, I don't like the Raishin entrance. Yeah, don't commit to, like, down 1-2 lines and then put yourself into a negative position unless you have meter and or a really on your opponent. A lot of people fall for that trap. They'll commit to down 1-2 and they'll just go right into Raishin and then get blown up because of it. Let's take a look at one more. Because, yeah, that guy was definitely higher level than you. Way too much duck jabbing, I can tell you that right away. So I'm curious here against Gamers 420. Okay, big whiff. Oh, interesting. Yeah, down 2-4 is less valuable now, Armor King in the game. So you probably want to stay away from those. Or Armor King players, sorry. I don't like the meta. Okay, careful. Yeah, you probably want to approach with some sort of lateral movement as well, rather than full committing. And if you're going to commit, just go for 4-4-2, to be honest. Wow, down 4-2. Down 4-2-1, no idea. Yeah, 4-3 dancing is okay. It's just one of those probably play for your skill level, for the skill level of your opponent, I would say. I would not really commit necessarily to like a 4-3 Fujin cancel meta, as so much as maybe you recognize he's closed up and then start exploiting that weakness. Because yeah, the Fujin canceling is definitely too high level for your opponent. You should still work. Okay. Yeah, you're still having the same problem. You're not bursting. You got to start heat bursting that. Yeah, you're forfeiting like one of the strongest parts of your by not not going for heat burst. So again, see, you're now even against this guy, but you still have 0 charges of Warrior Instinct. Pick up. 5. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, they duck it. That's fine. Taking his stride. Wall's kind of interesting for him. Yeah, he doesn't see it. Oh. I don't think you have to commit to deep dash before initiating this down forward 4. Oh, no, okay. You did because he held back. But same thing, like, oh, man. Immediate low presence, 4-4-2, stuff like that. Okay, not a kill. What are you going to go for is the question. Okay, you just dropped a combo. I think you wanted Hell Sweep 3 for the long push, but I don't think that long carry variation still would have wall splatted. 4-4 is negative. It's safe in this game, but it's not plus. So this is one of those you probably don't want to try to approach proper. Either commit to like a long range option to challenge or go for something like down 1. Or like dashing to 0. I think I already talked about this in plus frames are only real up close. Top right corner for that for VOD. But still, don't run to 0 and then get hit in the face. It's probably better to either like go for some sort of long presence or backdash and or movement, like lateral movement, try to get your opponent to overcommit. And then they'll try to take their frames at negative and then they'll own up the careful. Remember, you know you're -10, right? Just because your opponent doesn't properly punish you, you have to still understand you still are -10 after double hell sweep. So don't try to take your turn back, because this is what happens. Even though your opponent doesn't punish it, whatever input they're going to go for is going to be faster than your next input. And because he goes for down back 3, and even though you go for 1+2 on 12 or 13, whatever it is, you still get blown up for it. So again, this is one of those really important lessons that like everyone has to learn, and they learn it the hard way. Is just because you're safe doesn't mean you're plus. Oh, I'm not a fan of the combo. Yeah, he thought the wall stand 3-2 would offer splat, but no, he probably had to go for the down back 2-3 line again. Okay, I'm gonna say I don't think the heat dash was worth it there. Okay, nice hit. Oh, and he got gold spark. Nice. Okay, so Mr. AKM Luthero. Yeah, so we had a hodgepodge of matches for you there. Okay, so number one, like biggest by far the worst, like number one problem you have is that you need a heat burst more. So again, it's not just heat burst for combo control, it's heat burst for the fact that you're playing a character where, you know, your special ability for T8 is locked behind heat engagers and behind having charges, right? Now, the good news is maybe, okay, well, maybe, you know, you're a player who likes using 4-4 1+2 or something like that more often, right? You want to use some heat engager, death palm sort of thing. But yeah, there's quite a few situations where even if you're winning/losing, you don't heat burst. Like for instance, when you had that guy on the wall and you both had like, I don't know, 5% health left, you could have still like snuck in the heat burst done some sort of heat dash, cancel line, killed your opponent right there and then, right? But also would then have one charge for your Warrior Instinct later in the game. But because you didn't have that, I can't remember. I think you still won that round. But still, your Warrior Instinct is so overpowered. That's why it's literally one per game, and there's no guarantee you even get it per game, right? So don't put yourself into a bad spot where, you know, regardless of your opponent's skill level, that you just don't pop your meat. That's like a big, huge detriment to your gameplay. Okay, against the Bryan player, yeah, way too many duck jabs. You might have been taunting him, or vice versa, taunting each other, because you weren't duck jabbing against other players. But that's something I noticed. But more movement, more lateral movement, right? Walk to your opponent's weak side. Bryan, again, is a character who has a very clear weak side. His left is super, super weak. And unless your opponent knows what they're doing, and that guy clearly didn't know what he was doing, you're going to get blown up, right? You can't really win it. Down forward 1 and 1+2 are like your only options to consistently beat, like sidewalk or to your left there, right? So same thing like that. But I would say, more lateral movement. Don't forget about your longer range kind of approach tools and just general crushing options. Again, 4-4-2, down 1, down back 2. Heihachi has like quite a few things with range, and even though they can be linear, again, your opponent has to be the one to prove that they are linear, so you can punish them accordingly. Yeah, combos were just, you needed to start heat bursting more for consistency, and that was, like, again, like I said, the #1 big problem. Let's see else here. Probably a few too many back fours. You'll get blown up if your opponent scouts it out, like the stronger your opponent is. Careful with that, especially at God, like, you know, Tekken God. I think you're probably gonna get more blown up from general. Yeah, don't turn it like big negative. Anything major? Okay, with Victor. Okay, Victor wasn't a good example. I would say, yeah, probably more mid pokes also. Down forward 1, down forward 4. Down forward 4, you know, 2 meta is not bad. I-12 counter launcher, like only -13 on block. It's not bad just to let it rock. If your opponent likes to hit buttons and you know you scout it, post down forward 4, down forward 1, yeah, just go for it. Little stuff like that. Movement, yeah, I think other than that, movement is your probably biggest problem. Look to move definitely more often. But yeah, like I said, again, I really can't understate it. Have to start heat bursting more. You need to get that meter going, because again, you're foregoing the strongest part about your character. Okay, so I see you lose this one. Let's take a look here. Yeah, you can't afford to say I don't need Warrior Instinct like that, because again, it will help you in the future, especially as you start leveling up. The fact that you basically can win 1 round for free every game or every match is huge. At 2-2, you should duck it. There is a mix-up with 2-2, which is, I think, 2-1 or 2-1+2, whatever it is, which is safe, but still, open field, it's not that bad. Okay, nice step. Yeah, Lidia's weak side is her left. A lot of players still don't sidestep to the right. Not a real thing. Yeah, I think full crouch down 4-3, probably. Nice wall run. Okay, that could punish. And -14. Okay. Yeah, one too many 1-2-2s. Careful. Same situation as we talked about earlier. Just because you're safe, right? You're not plus. At the bare minimum, if you don't know what to do, just go for Power Crush. Power Crush is so good. Either Heat Burst or Power Crush. You're kind of in a similar boat to Heihachi, where you need to get your meter going. You need to get Heaven Earth going immediately. So unless you're specifically fishing for like 4-4-2 counter hit, and then, you know, into Hay 2 or Wolf 2 sort of stuff, right? You need to represent it. You need to get your meter going. Unfortunate. I think you wanted wall stand 1 as well. I don't think you wanted 1 check. Okay, off the wall. Yeah, this is a learning thing. Just get off the wall. You're going to go to open field. Either side, roll, or, well, you have to side roll, sorry. Or delayed side roll. But you want to get off the wall ASAP. Don't let your opponent get the wall for free. Oh, 4 for 3 is crazy. Okay, no punish. Wall's good, nice. Yeah, you could use the down 4-4 too. Punish, yeah. Yeah, unfortunate. What a trade. That unblockable was tight. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Okay, yeah, more down forward 1, more down forward 2, 100%. From how this guy's playing, very force 50-50 in FC, you need mid presence. Down forward 2 is a little more valuable. This down forward 2 on counter hit guarantees the wolf 3. Yeah, this is just such an esoteric thing. But during this down back 2 spinning, he's technically airborne. So you can even like 4-4-3 for steel pedal. Or if he hits the ground, right, we do the 4-4-3 too late. We still at least steel pedal or get a relaunch there. But still, this is one of those, like, you just have to kind of know about it. It's very rare you see a full back 1 or like full down back 2. So, like wall stand 1, 4 pickup, 4-4-3, so on and so forth. Okay, luckily you're not airborne. Yeah, nice sides lateral movement from him. Yeah, that felt more like, again, so lack of mid presence right away. We can tell that right away. Down forward 1, you kind of faded away from down forward 1-3, which I'm not saying necessarily full send down forward 1-3, but still having that mid presence is still scary to deal with, especially at only -13.
Round 1. Fight.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't hate running 1. Interesting. So you got political storm, but no confirm. Movement. Okay, anti-air, yeah. Nice pickup on the 4. Oh, okay, well that's a win. We take those. It's okay.
Round 2. Fight.
Yeah, luckily I don't think anyone's going to punish back to 3. Okay, yeah, we take those. Strong level 2 already. Oh, we got the punish there. I would like to see you, instead of going for running 1 in this position, especially because like people tend to be like very monkey see, monkey do, right? It's probably better to go immediately execute on the plus frames. But yeah, here, like I said, if they see you duck jab, they're more likely to duck jab. So you're going to want to go for something meter generation. So from this position, they can CC into heat smash. So not only do we win there, right? But we also get level 3. And that's because, yeah, you're, like I said, monkey see, monkey do. People are more likely to go for something stupid in that position. So yeah, running 1 is a little ambitious because, right, ultimately it's the same value by you just simply going for a heat smash rather than some sort of crouch cancel running 1 idea. It's the same thing with like heat engagers. People will go for a mid when they could have just went for their heat smash like right away. Just go for the heat smash. Same idea. I like it. Yeah, the only issue here with like full charge back too, -5 is like perfect for challenging. Yeah, bad punish, sit on the kick, launch, punish. Got a hop kick more. I can tell you that right away for sure. Okay. Yeah, don't forget you have strong aerial tailspin. Down 4-4, slide 3. And then you can still meter pop. So don't forget about strong aerials. What's crazy is you might even be able to do I'm out of curiosity, I'm gonna try it. Okay, I was like, on a heat dash cancel, that probably works. I was like, can you strong aerial into 4443? Maybe. Okay, that's gonna win. Yep. Oh wow, look at that Danny. Holy shit. Yeah, 4 for 2 and running 1, both armor break under the effects of heat mode. So whenever you're playing against Lidia, it's very important that you understand that you don't want to try to go for a parry or sabaki or something like that. Okay, let's look at you versus Xiaoyu. I have a feeling probably gonna lose. But let's find out. But yeah, that's just anti-Lidia. Just cannot heat burst unless you're plus frames. Otherwise, you just die. And sorry, that's only under the effects of her with heat. Okay. Wow, went for a manual punish. Don't hate it. Okay. Yeah, minus 14. Yeah, so the reason why I wanted to take a look at this matchup is little stuff like this. So like 4 for 3, minus 14, right? So she can stand 3. But the issue that I wanted to see is even though Lidia has like quite a few very notable mid presence, they all are going to lose against AOP. And the reason they're going to lose against AOP is you have to understand AOP is not only a crouching evasive stance, right? But when she AOPs, she basically auto sidesteps to the right. And as we talked about earlier, Lydia's weak side is her left, her opponent's right, right? So you're not going to have anything to beat AOP. So that means you're going to be forced to take more risky options like mid presence, 4 for 3. So if she drops AOP, 4 for 3 wins. But again, against an experienced player, they're going to launch you because best of all with Xiaoyu, right? Her stand 3, her standing 3, is 3, is I-14 launcher sort of thing. Have to confirm. Okay, what do you can go for? Okay, A2. Like it. Yeah, you somehow got clipped at minus 6. I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, you have to mid presence or power crush challenge immediately. I got the punish on that though. Okay, same thing. Yeah, down 4-2 doesn't beat AOP. Okay, good patience. Kill him. Oh no! Oh shit! Oh, you scared me, bro. So this is where, okay, so, you know, I presented a bunch of problems, right? But I didn't present any solutions. Down 2, down back 4, stuff like that. Down back 3, homing option. You're going to have to supplement your lack of mids against Xiaoyu specifically by using a lot of more lows. And from what I've seen thus far, Rogue, you definitely are really light on lows. So it's funny to see at that end of the sequence, that the round there, that you did have low presence finally. Okay, auto alignment. Yeah, issue is that's not a real combo because you were in low slump. Hey, again, that's fake shit, fake shit. Okay. Interesting. Back to beat 4 for 3. That sucks. Really sucks. Okay, don't hate it. Yeah, I don't like the running 1 approach. Again, AOP dropping is going to blow you up. So that's interesting, though. Down 4-3 might actually beat AOP. So maybe down 4-3 is the right idea. Now, the issue is down 4-3-4 is not NC. But still, to have some sort of mid-presence. So lose the sidestep right. So maybe it would still evade it. But I have a feeling down 4-3 might win. I don't know for a fact. Yeah, careful. I just say careful because I think... No, so you're what, plus 11 to 13 if I remember correctly? Plus 8 into 13. Okay, AOP drop still might win there. I don't know. Punish. Okay, yeah, you're working your way into the wall. You gotta be careful. Wow. Yeah, the back 4-2 is super spicy here, because back 4-2 is minus 14, right? And this is like a double way kind of gambit. So we can Political Storm. The issue is now we're in Political Storm. Not only do we get 1 level of hay, right? But now we also have an approach tool. And then we kill him. Yeah. So it's interesting for him to full send back 4-2 in that position. Because risk versus reward, it's not in his favor to commit to that, except off punish. It's one of those situations where you have to, same thing, understand that your tool A can't be confirmed, and B, it's not in a situation where it's statistically going to hit. And then furthermore, because your opponent has a proper 14 punish, they can then punish you. So you can't play afraid, but you also can not play stupid. Finally sides to 4, and then natural sidestep right, evasion against your incoming down forward 2 presence. Like I said, these are the interesting kind of matchups where you have to work around your opponent's defensive tools and stuff like that. Oh, Aquamasty was so good. Reset. Okay. A triple reset. Typical Xiaoyu play. Yeah, in your defense, this guy's not playing like a 236 at TK. This guy's definitely at least playing at... I wouldn't call him God rank. I'd probably put him at Tekken God. So he probably going to cap out about Tekken God. But, yeah, he, like I said, the matchup is really rough for you. And if they know what they're doing, it's super dangerous. But, like I said, more low presence for sure would help out tremendously. Okay, let's put you into the future. You versus King. And we'll take a look at the first round. This is, unfortunately, a really good stage for King. Because King can launch you into Shining Wizard, and he's going to do 1 billion damage every fucking time. So this is one of those you probably don't want to break the first floor. You want to stay on the top floor as long as humanly possible. Okay, down for 2, open gambit. Keep in mind, his down for 2 is better than yours. 4-3 is spicy. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of this back 3 meta. The issue here, like that's obviously what you're trying to fish for, is back 3 1 on counter hit is plus 14, but it's not counter hit, right? So now you go for Political Storm minus 13. And also, furthermore, you don't have heat engage. So the heat, not so good. Good punish. Okay, that would have broke the floor. I stuck. Don't break the floor. Don't break the floor. Don't break the floor. Oh, interesting. Okay, that's a kill. Okay, well, we take that. That's okay. Yeah, don't be afraid the heat dash cancel. Force 2. Careful how you get up. Wow. 4-3 beneath the neutral 2. Hello? Okay, that doesn't launch, unfortunately. That's okay. Okay, I like the running 2, not running 1. Okay, good. You're not mashing at minus 10. Okay. You're winding down. This is one of those situations where you're plus, you just hit 5. You want to lock in again. Want to lock in your level 2 at the bare minimum. But yeah, you don't want to get caught into a situation where you never can execute on your frames and or value of your like meter. And now see, okay, well it worked out, luckily. But still, risk versus reward, sometimes just hit the 5. That was such a sick read. Oh my god. Dude, that was tight. Oh, what a punish. Wow. Okay, that's one of those, salt F4. That was such a great read. Yeah, Damic 3 minus 14. But it's telling you wall stand 3. Honestly, wall stand 1-2 or 1-4 is probably more valuable. On this stage specifically, because we're on the breakable floor. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why the full back 3 route missed. Well, careful. Good movement. Yeah, nice counter step by him. And immediate pop. Okay. Same thing. Time is winding down. Just heat dash cancel it. Take the frames. Right now, the idea you're going for is you're setting up, natural hit, not wall splat. But again, you're not immediately challenging to use the meter. So that's one of those, okay, well, I'm going to take my +2 into 5, right? But still, okay, if you're worried that your opponent is going to rage art, yeah, you just got to go for the +5 heat dash cancel instead. Oh, nice stop into Tombstone. Whew, I don't know about 4 for 3. Okay, launch him. A good trade. Yes, let's go. 4 for 2 into horse 2. 50-50. Hey, 2 lost. Just kill him. The double QCF 1+2 line, dude, you're crazy. Okay, see, if I'm the king player here, like I'm just fucking, I'm forcing I need to break the floor now. I'm going all in, right? I'm trying to break the floor ASAP, or at the bare minimum, yeah, like I was talking about, some sort of hop kick, and then we want to break the floor. Sorry, my stick is broken. That's why I keep getting forward for. But yeah, I want to break the floor ASAP. I'm playing from behind, and again, the bottom floor as a king player is more valuable for me. I want to be the one to aggress and break the floor. Okay, good, confirm. I would hate 2 right away. Yeah, not a fan of the down back 3, but that's okay. Okay, same thing, just because you're safe, right? You're -11 after hey 1. Don't hit a button. Okay, what are you going to go for? Not a fan of the throw. Okay, good. Kill him. Yeah, good. Down 4-4-2 immediately. Okay, so Rogue. Lows. You need more low presence. Lidia. And again, I'm not talking necessarily about just down back 3. Down back 3 is really good, but right, you know, launch punishable. But like down 2, down back 4, the occasional full crouch down 4-3, like little stuff like that. To supplement your game is huge, especially because again, down 2 counter it, you know, firm to full crouch down 4-2, little stuff like that. I would like to see you do less 1-2-2 against airborne opponents. I feel like a few times you just commit too much. And then furthermore with 1-2-2, for people who don't know, 1-2-2 is launch punishable, right? So you don't want to get stuck in this like 1-2-2, 1-2-3 and /4 meta. Because eventually you're going to get called out and your opponent's going to launch you for it. And honestly, just having a 1-2 presence by itself, or maybe something spicy like 2-4, stuff like that, right? You can go for safer things without having to worry about it necessarily. Running one is good, but it's only good when your opponent is in a situation where they're A, going to make a mistake or likely to make a mistake, or B, your plus frame situation or wall position is so conducive for a follow-up kill that you should go for it. But like running one meta specifically is tricky because of that, but I noticed how you started using more running 2/4 for 2, which is definitely the right course of action. Furthermore, again, if you are running low on your heat timing, don't be afraid to immediately dash cancel. Back 1 heat dash cancel. 4 for 2, hit confirm, horse 2, heat dash cancel, right? Stuff like that. Strong Gale Tailspin is tricky with Lidia with the 4 slide 3, the down 4 slide 3, but it's still humanly possible, and I'd rather you have that tool than not have that tool, sort of thing. Careful in certain matchups. Yeah, Lidia is really strong, but certain matchups you have to be very confident that things are going to win. Yeah, like I was talking about with versus Xiaoyu, the fact that AOP is going to naturally beat you, and then furthermore, 4 for 3 is an answer, but also a launch punishable answer. It makes the game fun, but it makes life tricky. So if you play against a lot of like Xiaoyu, it's probably better to go into like practice mode and find out what you should do. But at the same time, yeah, again, the low presence would help you out tremendously. Beyond that, oh yeah, your hay charges. Again, similar to what I was talking about, if heat's running out, just go for heat dash cancel. Similar vein, just be sure to use your heat smash. In this season, heat smash now generates you at least 1 heaven earth charge, which again puts you that much closer to being an unstoppable force. Because Lidia 4 for 4/3, her jumping attack throw is so good at level 3, and honestly, a lot of your attacks start giving you health back the higher your heaven earth charges are. So that means you have more health than 200, right? You have 210, 215, 220 health per round if you're lucky, which means you're much harder to beat, right, in the long run. if you have more health and or doing more damage, stuff like that. Other than that, you had pretty good move list diversity. You were kind of mixing things up, so I can't fault you there. Maybe a few more QCF4s, but at the same time, certain matchups, it's a little bit less valuable. Down 4-2 is tricky. I'd say probably stay away from random down 4-2 unless you know you're like +5 or better, because that will get you burnt too. But other than that, yeah, like more lows for sure, and be sure to get your Heaven Earth charges going ASAP. I know what we're talking about with the Heihachi player. Again, the stronger you are earlier, like the harder it is for your opponent to overcome you, right? And to effectively beat. Okay, let's put you versus Fahkrumram, since we've seen Bryan already today. But yeah, T8 is definitely like a lot of the more modern Tekkens, very momentum heavy. But again, if you get your charges early, it becomes that much harder to beat you. And again, your win rates are going to naturally progress higher. Even if you improve your win rate by like, let's say 1 to 2% by just getting early Heaven Earth, right? That means you're going to progress to your next rank significantly faster with just a very slighter high win rate. Nice back one. Okay, full crouch. Okay, so I can tell you right away, full crouch down 4-2 meta against fucking Lee is crazy. Because you're -14. Like, that's very risk-heavy sort of play. Double down 4, very bad habit by him. 1, yeah, +7, you have to guess. Yeah, like to keep out. 4-2 approach. Whoa, okay, didn't expect that. Interesting, one jab checking against HMS is crazy. What if you went for HMS too? Okay, full send. Yeah, he messed up the 4-4-1+2. Okay, I like the down back 3+4. Because this is actually a counter launcher against Fahkrumram. So this kind of goes more to like matchup knowledge we were talking about. But now, on the other side, we're not trying to beat a stance or beat an option, so we have to know what button beat the option. But now we have a tool that's naturally stronger because we're playing against a character who's weaker against it. Not only can, sidestep weaker than a normal character because he's a big character, but also now damage 3+4 is also counter launcher. Little stuff like that. Okay, I would like to see a strong aerial line. Yeah, you didn't have to necessarily go into the wall stand 1-2 line into misstep right away. You can just stun back 4. Don't forget about it. Wow, look at the range on back 1. Okay, yeah, take your time, 4-3 approach. Yeah, I don't like you not taking your turn. One thing of note, so maybe you're don't want to take your turn because you're worried about Garuda 1+2, the strong parry. But again, strong parries all have rules, right? Strong parry typically activates on frame 5. So at +9, +9, 9 + 5, so 14. If you go for a 13 or faster, you will win, right? So don't be afraid of strong parries. People, they freak out. They're like, oh my god, this move is so good. I get crushed all the time. I get parried all the time. Math still is a thing. Like, they still have to obey by math, like, right? The game, it's a computer, right? You're playing on a computer. Ultimately, the frame data still matters. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Like a little bit too long to think. Strong parry, yeah, you just gotta get it around that mindset. Yeah, the tricky part, of course, it's strong parry, right? So you can't even go for hop. You can't even go for hop kick either, right? As he talked about earlier, strong parries win against airborne. But still, like math is a thing. -13, yeah, you can also duck it. Drop the blazing kick, nice jet kick. Oh, he's going for a harder line? Okay, he could have went for the more technical line. If you hit the double just frame, you can still end with the 3-2-2 or 4/3. Wow. Okay, we'll take the 4/4s. Okay, good patience. Like the misstep cancel. I do not like 2-1-4. Don't do 2-1-4. So okay, there's like multiple problems with 2 and 4, right? First of all, 2 and 4 is launch punishable, right? Straight up launch punishable. And what's funny is like here I fucked up, but like, right, you're practically dead. That's the rage art for fun. Like, look how much damage, right? So the reason I don't like 2 and 4, first of all, of course, it's launch punishable, right? But the second reason is that the 2 and 4 and the 2 and 2, all this sort of options, are like on the slower end. So I think there's plenty of time for them to rage art. And more importantly, with rage art, you have to understand, right? You can't counter hit a rage art. So 2 and 2, not 2, okay, 2 and 1, and then 2 and 4. Well, 2 and 1 is okay because it would still knock down. But like 2 and 4 and all these sort of frame traps don't work because your counter hit trap doesn't work against rage. Now the nice thing with rage art, you know, it takes 8 frames to activate versus 7 frames with other characters, but still. Okay, no punish by him. Yeah, 2 and 4, I do that all the time, but as a taunt. Like I know I do a 10 framer, I'm gonna kill you. I do 2 and 4 just to let my opponent see it. That's it. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the Garuda Force or whatever it's called. I can't remember the stance name technically. Garuda is his charge up, but the 50-50, yeah, it's so good. It's not good, but it's also good enough that it's not very risky. Yeah, you saw there the 4 is -13 only. I'm saying more down 3. +3. Yeah. Down 4 is -5, so it's important you go for some sort of long-range option or homing tool. The reason he went for back 1 tends to have high crush built into it, and then also the hitbox on it is still pretty fucking good.
Get ready for the next battle.
But yeah, frames are a thing. Strong parry on 5. If you don't know the exact frame data, just remember it's a 5. Because technically Jin's is faster than 5, but we don't talk about Jin because Jin's a cheater. Take a trade. Okay, I think you could still went for like back 3 fine. Okay, again, like I said, damage 3 + 4 is great. It's a launcher against Fahkrumram. Just go for it. I like it. Maybe that's why you're going for it, Ozzy. Because I talked about that in my video. So for members, I have like Tekken tech reviews, and that's one of the things I talked about. I think in episode 10. Yeah, we're on episode 11 right now. Or technically the next one will be 12. Running 2 after engage? Are you talking about Lee or are you talking about Dragunov? Because if you're talking about Dragunov... Oh, okay. He has so little health, just go for up back 3. But with Dragunov, Jin can still parry running 2. Other characters can't, though. Okay, full send, 4-3, 4, or 3, sorry. Don't hate it. Careful how you get up. Yeah, you can duck that. It's a little bit tricky because wall stand 1 with Fahkrumram recovers very quickly, though. Whew. Okay, good patience. Okay, counter hit, just kill him. There we go, easy kill. I like it. Yeah, using the back 2-4-3 immediately. Super smart. I think you would even have time to like rage art, to be honest. Was trying out running 1 for a bit. Oh, are you talking about Lidia? Oh yeah, you must be Rogue. Let's see here. God 1. Versus Leroy. This should be a dynamic match. This should be a fun one. Yeah, with Xiaoyu, I imagine back 4, down back 3, down 3. Down 4-4 actually might even beat her AOP. But, yeah, it's too high rank. I'm not gonna learn a lot. One opener is crazy. Nice challenge. Yeah, rolling punches -2 with Leroy. Yeah, Lost Art. Don't forget, you can just go for meaty back four. Any sort of knockdown state, back four. They hit anything on wake up, they die, right? And then you also recover further away from them, that it's still your turn afterward. Oh, what a parry. Keep in mind the Damek 1+2 strong parry. Or it's not a strong parry. Damek 1+2 is not a parry, it's just a Sabaki. Okay, 1+2, don't hate it. Yeah, 1+2, and then the AOP, or sorry, HMS, and then wall stand 3, force 50-50, HMS 4, stuff like that. Yeah, back 3 is crazy. Blazing kick for patience. Yeah, tip range on slide, I like that. It would have been safe slide. Yeah, down forward 3-1 is crazy, same thing. Leroy player is crazy. Okay, should be kill. My problem with Heat Smash. Oh, I see what you're saying. So to answer you with Heat Smash is off of your. There was timing where they were getting off the wall, and you went for a stagger throw. Now, with throws, even though visually they're on the floor, you can actually time the throw such that they are technically in a full stand position. So even though, like I said, visually they're down here, their hitbox is actually up here. So if you can time the throw, you can hit it. So basically what you do is by sidestepping off of a knockdown position or a ground position at the wall, you can time your Heat Smash and slash throw such that it's effectively hitting. Now, the slower the Heat Smash, the trickier the timing becomes, but it's not impossible. Like, so when the opponent stood up from the wall, it's one of those, okay, you were like really hesitant on your timing and then you went for a throw. If you would have rage arted, he would have beat you cleanly. But like I said, if you went for like a meaty Heat Smash timing, because I think you had health too to play with, you would therefore beat the rage art and or whatever he wants to do. And best of all, a lot of Heat Smashes, if your opponent gets up into him, still gets hit, which is one of the bigger issues with this game. That it's stupid that the animation goes fully out. But for now, you know, exploit it. Who cares? Yeah, the nice thing is Damek 1-3. So it says you can duck it with a high. It's 0, but notice how much pushback there is. In T7, you would have been left like twice as close after this. Careful. I wouldn't necessarily always recommend challenging with wall stand 3, but sometimes just challenge with wall stand 3, you know? There we go. That's what I want to see. Damek 3. I want to see what you do, and I want to see how he reacts to it. Strong parry again. The nice thing with Damek 3, though, is because he enters into Hermit Stance. So typically, back 2 is a strong parry, so it's 5, right? But whenever he's entered into Hermit Stance, it's actually I3 instead. And because you're an FC, right, 8 plus 3 is 11, so that means wall stand 4 loses. But, hey, you're playing Lee. You got wall stand 3-3. You also have full crouch, you know, up forward 3 as well, which I think would probably win, to be honest. Okay, I don't want the... Sorry, I don't want up 4, forward 4. I want the big up forward 4. Wow, Hermit 3-4 is crazy too. Okay, yeah, +0 after forward 4. This really should be, Hermit 4-4, this orbital should be plus frames, but it's not. It's +0. So you can either down 3 or 2-2 challenge. Down 3 is a little bit more valuable because if he goes for, again, Damek 1+2 Sabaki, oh my god, no confirm, bro. Leroy, please. I'm not a fan of the backpack 4 keep out. Rage art would win. Nice challenge, yeah. Okay, actually, no, we did see Xiaoyu already. Dragunov. All. Okay, I feel like Paul would be more rare, so let's take a look at versus Paul. Yeah, I want to keep it, you know, somewhat diverse here. Yeah, deathless punishment is tricky, but yeah, it is definitely possible. Okay, nice pickup. Oh, you luckily lucked out here, but this is one of those like go for strong aerial, like immediately misstep back to 4-3 and then recognize the situation and then confirm, rather than go for a full wall stand 1-2 misstep variation. Luckily, the misstep, silver sway cancel wall stand 2-3 will work regardless, but then you also have to worry about your hit counts, stuff like that. But it's probably better to go for back 2-4-3 immediately. Okay, easy kill. Oh, yeah. Personally, I was thinking it's probably better because the weird wall potential to back 3-3 off of it instead. Okay, not a kill, but you understand. The wall is kind of strange there. Sorry, I don't play Lee in T8 at all. I only play him in 7. But yeah, luckily it keeps you off the wall. I was worried that it was kind of like slightly diagonal, that the wall might fuck you up. So I was thinking, okay, back 3-3 line with a little micro step left for alignment. Whew! I hate that move. Slop mash? No worries. It's a Paul play, right? Of course it's slop mash. A bad punish, yeah. The nice thing with Paul, every single thing he does is like -14. So every single time he goes for something, you should just have muscle memory to punish him. I'm not saying like necessarily forward 2-1 him unless the context is right, but you know for a fact every side sway, every power crush, every back sway, everything he does is -14. So he's just one of those characters who has like a very obvious frame breakpoint. So also you don't have to necessarily go for like the 1-3-3, not misstep, what's called the acid rain sort of thing, but like 4+2, 4-4-4, right? You have quite a few things. Like 4-4-4 with the just frame is super easy to hit, and at least you'll have heat engage, plus frame, and or wall splat, blah blah blah, so on and so forth, right? Okay, back 3-3 is crazy there. Yeah, I like the mid poke. Although that is a common trap for him to go for reversal in that position. It's a little bit scary. Okay, this should be a kill. Why? What is this combo, bro? Ah. Okay. I like the shimmy. Oh. Careful. Down 4-4 is great. Okay. So this is what I'm saying. He has so much health. He has so much health, right? That you don't want to go for a down 4 on 12. Because, yeah, plus 4, plus 2, 12, you're hitting on 10. Rage Art is still perfect there. And you're in a scramble, so Rage Art is really good. Okay, I like the down 1 too. Okay, nice challenge. Get that shit out of here. Big back 4. Okay, good patience. Yeah, it didn't go your way, so you backed away. That's perfect. Good HMS 3. Okay, I also like the patience there. Yeah, I'm not really a huge fan with the forward 4, right? Because you have 2-2-3, which is hit confirmable, and it's also 1 frame quicker than forward 4. And it's also effectively the same risk, so it's probably better to go for something faster with the same the risk than to full send it. Now, granted, maybe if you're like forcing some sort of like forward 4-3 meta, okay, maybe then it's a little bit more valuable, but still, like frame-wise, like either way, he's going to reverse you. He's not a punch parry character, right? So you could argue, okay, if he only has punch sabaki, like let's say you're playing against Armor King, right? Okay, then forward 4 is a little more valuable, but there you probably should full send 2-2, or hit confirm it rather. Out of curiosity, can 4-4 work? Nah. Yeah, I can see 4-4-3 hitting because it's 14, so buffered 14, so it probably hits on 15. So Death Fist is -17. Hey! Yeah, that's the issue with this like forced 2-1 approach tool meta. Not only are you taking the inherent risk of like 2-1-4, but if he like sways, you get blown the fuck up. Scary stuff. Ooh, input mistake. Nice low parry. Nice combo. Yeah, not a fan of the ender though. Probably could have. Ooh. Nice challenge. There we go. Same situation as last time. Down 2 structure. Okay. Oh, drop the silver sway. Oh no, not that bad. Yeah, nice challenge. I knew he was gonna do that. That's one of those like I've seen that one or twice. Yeah, he recognizes that. He recognizes that you're going for more small pokes and risk versus reward, right? The bigger, high-flying shit is going to take precedence. I never made a video about it, but it's one of those, like, if you only ever punish your opponent for, like, 15 damage, and your opponent is doing things that are doing, like, 90, right? Risk versus reward is so skewed. Oh, what a horrible combo. So skewed in their favor. Nice patience. Okay, there you go. That's more like proper Paul pedigree that I've been waiting to see from him. Okay, he's locked in. Okay, QCF 3 opener is crazy, bro. I like the challenge. Good patience. Yeah, don't hate it. Oh. Okay. Yeah, you gotta work on the back 3-3 pickups post HMS. Okay, you gotta be careful how you wake up. He needs the heat burst. Yeah, now you're in trouble. You gotta guess. Oh, good news. The wall's broken. So actually, yeah, you can get up here. This is one of those. It's harder to see because like stage design in this game is pretty bad. But like as soon as he heat burst here, and you see that the wall's already broken, such that you're not gonna get launched if he goes for heat smash. Yeah, you can just tech roll here. Yeah, fuck it, tech roll. Get up off the floor for free. Fuck it. Ooh, I don't like the HMS2. You're at plus. Why would you give up your turn with a high crushing tool? Right, you know you're plus. Don't send the HMS2. Okay, there you go. Taste for blood. Kill him. Kill him. Yeah, keep it simple. Nice. Easy kill. Let's go. There we go. You're scared of the pushback? Yeah, the nice thing with 443, though, it's pretty fucking far hitting. The good news is you're not taking a lot of risk by going for 443. So yeah, just get over that like mental block. Yeah, obviously you drop the HMS cancel timing, so you got wall send 3-3 instead. Ooh, spicy. Okay, a little too close to sun. Oh, now you're dead. Oh, he drops the combo. He just go for a 3-2 structure. Oh shit! Scramble in half. Careful. Oh. Wow. Holy shit. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, so Sway 3-2 is -10. If he does delay it, you can punish him. Sometimes it's good just to duck jab here at -10, just to keep them honest. But yeah, the problem is he can max delay it and he'll clip you if you try to go for anything other than a simple punish. But yeah, a lot of people don't realize the Sway 3-2 is -10 on block. 4-2 is so good. Nice duck. Okay, kill him. Okay. Yeah, weird wall distance. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of you going back to open field. Okay. Blood. Nice side sway. I saw it coming. Ooh. You would have died. Yeah, he won Death Fist for sure. Now you're dead. Back 1-2. What? Just kill him! What are you doing? Wow, 4-2 track. Okay, we gotta see one more versus this guy. We'll look at the very last one. Oh, man. And then... Adios. Actually... let's take a look at... No, it was only one versus Miyari. Okay, no, we won't take a look at that one. If it was two, I would take a look at it.
Ready for the next battle.
Teach you? It's easy. So what you do, you post either your Twitch or YouTube footage on my Google form, and or you provide your Tekken ID, and then we go over your matches, and then we give you advice. So this is completely free. All you have to do is just submit your name, and then we take a look at it. So yeah, you don't even have to technically be a subscriber to the channel. No payment necessary. Just it's completely free. I cannot believe I missed. So right now the submission is still open, and I can tell you, if someone posts their name, I'll take a look at it. I have time. Okay. Oh, okay. Manual line off the 4-4-4. Yeah, you could also go for the easier like back 3-3 line, but that's okay. Oh. Careful. Okay, don't hate it. Punish. Ooh, I don't like the throw. I don't like the throw because, unfortunately, with Paul's side sway, his side sway fucking high crushes. Now, granted, you're at +9. You know, let's fucking find out. I'm curious. And is it 4 and +4, or is it... Okay, so we still OS'd it by mashing because we're hitting 1. But yeah, his side sway high crushes. I don't know why, but it does. Okay, he's starting to speed up on his ideas. Yeah, you need to put him away for sure. Okay, nice movement. My bad. Ooh, good challenge. That's 1+2 is such a good move still. Okay, weird wall distance. Yeah, back to line. Old school. Ooh. Yeah, I wouldn't beat Rage Art, but I do like the idea nonetheless. Also, even though the side sway might evade it, the active frames on the 443 being 2 frames might be just slow enough to sneak through there. Okay, Taste for Blood. Not a fan of the combo. Definitely not a fan of the combo. If I'm the Paul player, I talked about this before with you guys. If you're ever on this position on this map where you have the you're playing from behind, but you can break the floor. Break the floor. We want to go into Clown Fiesta mode. We want to get into a situation where, you know, I don't know what the hell the combo would be. We want to get into a situation where your opponent can make a mistake that's going to get them killed. And because we're playing from behind, right, there's no real benefit or downside to us going into the Clown Fiesta mode. So yeah, the whatever it gives us a better chance of winning by adding like randomness to the game, we're going to take it. Right, we have to go downstairs. We're playing from behind. Have to go downstairs. Every video is restarted to learn Dragunov. Yeah. Same thing. If you want to post your name, Little Bong Chain. Same thing. I have the Google form is still open. Whoever wants to post the next one, I'll take a look at it right now. I know some people are kind of shy too, so you know I respect it. Don't want to put any pressure. Nice whiff punch on the 4-4. Oh, no, don't go downstairs. Don't go downstairs. Don't ever go downstairs. You're playing from ahead. Don't. Unless your idea is just to end it here. The issue is your heat smash, right? Your heat smash, the real big issue here. I'm gonna hold back. Whoops. I don't know how I'm gonna set this up. Right, you're 14th. You have to be careful. Same thing. This is a matchup thing. Okay, now he's dead. 4-3 meter pop. Yeah. Yeah, keep it simple. Just a 4-4-3 at the wall or 4-4-1 at the wall. Then go for your normal like HMS up 4-4 line. Stuff like that. Okay. Mr. Sin. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah. Now you're playing afraid, you know, to do the Deathless Punishment with the 4-4-3, but same thing. It's one of those kind of mental hills you have to get over. You just need to improve or start trying to challenge things, because again, if you never get over the hill, you're never going to get over it. So the first step to get over that like mental hill is just to try doing it. You know, you might get blown up, you might get killed, you know, but eventually you'll better start understanding the timing and be able to effectively that option going for you. Now, in that situation, it's a little bit tricky because there's so much pushback, so you kind of have to go for 4-4-3. But there are quite a few situations, like we were talking about earlier, with against Claudio at -7, right? Where it's like you should at least represent something in that situation. So it comes to the same fact, right? You have long-range tools, you start using them, call your opponent out for little things, and then eventually, you know, it'll start clicking for you and you'll get a better sense of like timing and like that. I would see here. Down 3 is so good. I would say don't be afraid of down 3, especially at plus frame option. Down forward 2. I don't think we saw like a single down forward 2. Risk versus reward. Oh yeah, so going back to earlier what I talked about. don't feel like you always have to go for 4-4. Again, against a character like Paul, his reversal should work against kicks and punches, to the best of my knowledge. So the extra frame by you going for forward 4 might be the difference between successfully getting a counter hit confirm or situation and not, right? So I talk about it in video number 3, the frame data breakpoint, which is still need to update for T8. So because stand 2 hits on 10, if you're 7 frames or better, that means stand 2 cannot be duck jab, right? So not only can they not reverse it, they can't parry it, they can't rage art, they can't power crush, sabaki, so on and so forth. They also, can't duck jab to win. But as soon as you're, 2 and 4, but as soon as you go for 4-4 on 11, right, 1 extra frame means now you need to be +8. And I don't think Lee's ever in any situation where +8's really on the table. But yeah, 2 and 4 also is a really bad habit. The occasional 2 and 2 is not bad, but I would probably stay away from forcing a 2-1 meta unless you know your opponent is really mash happy. Now, again, if you see them start mashing and or flinching often, yeah, at -12, it's not that bad. Like, for instance, against a character like Dragunov, where there's no knockdown for wall splat at -12, even though you're -8 after, you can just let things rock, right? Any character who doesn't have a really strong 12, even on the screen, Mr. Goon out here, Steve, doesn't have the best 12, although 2-2 is now really good. I take that back. 2-2 is pretty good nowadays. But like Dragunov 4-1. Paul's not the best example. Miarzu has back 1-4 on 12 as well. But like Dragunov, for instance, like you can force the fact they don't have the great punish to punish you for it. Leroy, another great example. 2-2 at +7. Same situation as like Dragunov 4-1 at +8. But things like that, like you can risk versus reward. Just be sure not to put yourself into a position where you die. But not only, again, like I said, not only can they launch you because it's -15 at 2 and 4, but also there's plenty of time for them to rage art, and then your opponent having rage on the table should kind of give you like warning bells going through your head. Okay, I don't want to go for this because if they mash, I lose, right? Same thing with Fahkrumram. Like when you're aggressing against someone with rage, you have to be careful with your forward timing, your freak forward timing, because like if they start mashing, not just sabaki but rage, like you have no answer to it. So you're forced to do certain things. But at the same time, we were talking about with the anti-Clive earlier. Yeah, frame data still exists. The Garuda 1+2 still exists, right? These are things where if you know the frame data, again, at takes 5 frames to come out. If you know you're at a certain frame, you can effectively challenge them. And furthermore, this is also, I've talked about it before. I've never made a video about it. It's one of those things where people get so hung up on going for something that beats the move. Like, I'll give you a good example here. So I'm playing against Asuka, and she goes for her reversal, right? So it's like, oh my god, dude, this Asuka player doesn't stop reversing me. So what do I do? Okay, well, I go for hop kick, right? I go for hop knee, sorry. This is like older Tekken. Nowadays, hop kick wins. But it's like, okay, I go for hop knee, but if she doesn't reverse, well then she 2-3s me and I get wall splat and I kill. Don't forget, you have throws and lows. Don't forget, you have other tools that effectively can challenge this strong parry, these reversals. You have a lot of tools. You don't just have to think of this button beats that button, this button beats that button, but if he does this, I lose this, and so I have to do this to beat that. No, you get stuck in this like really shitty cyclic thinking where, again, you start outthinking yourself and then you just die. But now with like power crushes, lows and throws, right? It's the same thing with Sabaki's parries, strong parries. They're still susceptible to lows and throws. So at the bare minimum, if you don't want to be like, mathematically I'm +9, so if I go for a 13, he can't strong parry me, just don't forget about lows and throws, guys. Especially a lot of these characters who have strong parries apart from Jin, Leroy, Clive. These are characters who are never going to go airborne, right? They're never going to go airborne against you. So you can like exploit that fact that my throw and my low is more valuable than versus a character like Jin, sort of thing. Sorry, I'm back. Yeah. Don't get caught in this like really shitty mindset where it's like, okay, I have to do button A to beat button B, but button B lose the button C. Don't think of it like that. Don't think of the game necessarily in turns like that. Don't forget that you have other tools, lows and throws especially, to help complement this kind of a parry kit and stuff like that. Or hey, sometimes unblockables, but that's a whole different topic. But yeah, don't get caught in that kind of really bad mindset, because you shouldn't be looking or thinking of the game that way. Because like I said, once you start thinking of it that way, you start losing your fundamentals. You start losing your vision on the game and understanding what your opponent wants to go for. And when you start thinking of it like that, you start tunnel visioning. You start getting to a point where, again, you lose focus of the more important parts and aspects of the game. And anytime, and this goes to like just any sort of meta defining tool, right? Like, and if your opponent's going for something weird, as soon as you let that draw you away, you've effectively lost. So even though you're no longer, let's say you still win the battle, right? You're losing the war because you've lost track of the more important parts of the game. So try your best to not fall into that kind of mental trap and things like that. So, okay. So the first person who did their submission, like I said, your name doesn't pop up. So just be sure when you submit that you either keep your name the same name or you submit your actual Tekken ID. So like for instance, with Lutro, his name was the same. So I could look him up on like whatever it is, one of the waivus. I could find him, but like the first person, Mr. Mankiller 007, basically, yeah, I can't find you. So just be sure for anyone who submits matches that you just either provide your, okay, well, we got one more in the sniped here. Let's make sure I have time. Okay, I have time for sure. This will be the very last one. But yeah, just make sure that you can, what do you do it? Make sure that whatever you submit is like correct sort of thing. And also don't be afraid to, what's the word I'm looking for? You can submit multiple times. Like for instance, someone had made a post. They're like, okay, look at this time code, but also, or sorry, this clip, but at this time code. Like, don't be afraid. You can do that too. Yeah, you can submit more than once. I see on Google there's a way to disable it, but still. No, I have it fully unlocked. And again, this is completely free. You don't need to be you don't even have to even be a subscriber in the sense like for a free subscription, right? No, just completely free. So. Okay, so I don't see you. DRG. Yeah, if you want to put your submission in there, just make sure your code's correct. Yeah, I think it's still open. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'll give you one more minute, whoever submitted that. Okay. Just submitted. Oh yeah, okay, Mr. Chains. Yeah, make sure that your name, there must be a typo or something in it. Or if you want to submit your actual name. And while you do that, let me have this open still? Yes, I do. See if I can. Okay, so that's here's the good news. Like, I can find you from the website, like EW, so electricwindgodfist.dg, that's where I typically find people. Let's see, where was the typo? D3, I see it. Okay, so you said, let's see here. It was like versus the Lili. I played a set against Lili. Can you check that out? I don't know how it sidesteps at plus. Was that okay? That's actually a really good question. So yeah, this is something that personally I had to learn the hard way. So Dragunov is a character who has very clear weaknesses. So the clear weakness with Dragunov is that basically he doesn't track at all to his left. So your sidestep right is how you beat him. Now, there are ways to counter that, like Mr. Lil's talking about, like back 3 and down 2, stuff like that. But more importantly, it's a little bit riskier and worse against a character like Lili, because she can actually sidestep down 2. Good. Fish a reset. I like it. Okay, big. Oh, he didn't get a wall splat. Interesting. Okay, careful. Yeah, this is fake shit. So running 2 is only +4. Back 4 trap doesn't really work. Now, the nice thing is he's mashing Matterhorn here, but yeah, just careful. +4 is not the best frame data, especially against Lili. Okay, punish him. 1-1's okay. Not the best punish, but at least you're still +7 after. Okay, yeah, Elegance double high. Double, like second. Wow. Yeah, I don't know about Scud. That's okay, though. Bad combo. Yeah, so we talked about this kind of earlier, too. In a tech roll position, you want to get off the wall ASAP. So at least sidestep off or some sort of tech roll. Be sure to get to a position where you're in a good spot. Now, what kind of sucks here that I didn't see, right, because it's hard to see this. So he basically crossed over. This is essentially like the chicken trap. So you tech roll, but you tech roll, it puts you back in the same position because he's technically crossed up on you. It's really silly. But still, you want a jockey to get off the wall ASAP. Ah, unfortunate. A horrible combo. Kill him. Yeah, obviously, just have to fucking launch Matterhorn. Up 3+4, 3+4. Okay, sidestep, sidestep, sidestep. Okay, kill him. 5. Okay, well, yeah. Personally, I would have done Heat Smash because it helps build your stats. Okay, a lot more movement. So the good news, what I was trying to get at is like Dragunov's really weak to sidestep, and Lili especially, right? But she has problems of her own. So you need to start yourself counterstepping to challenge this movement. So oftentimes Lili is essentially weak to her right, so you're left. So you want to sidestep to her weak side constantly, and then punish her accordingly whenever she commits to an option. Also, I find that a lot of Lili players try to turn steal against Dragunov, which understandably they do so. Yeah, there you go. Like the same thing, very dangerous stuff. Back 4 is fairly linear, so you, like I said, at -4, sidestep sidestep should win, but I'm not gonna try to get the shit going. Yeah, they nerfed back 4-3 at season 2. They nerfed the combo potential in season 1, and then they nerfed the tracking in season 2. Yeah, that's a kill. That's a launcher. Oh, very fortunate. I thought that was gonna wall splat too. Okay, yeah, full crouch down forward 1. Completely safe on block. Yeah, you have to either go for some sort of quick check, like down forward 4, which can still be sidestepped at -6. Yeah, the full crouch down 4-3 is so fucking good. Yeah, we'll go through the whole set. If this is the one you want to take a look at, we'll take a look. Yeah, nice movement. He did walk strong side, so it's a little bit less valuable. So like wall stand 4, like back 2 for instance, will win in that position because our wall stand back 2 tracks to the right strong. Yeah, luckily he's walking into your strong. So horrible combo. Ooh, last frame. Yeah, I overall from him, like, now granted, okay, so here's the tricky part, right? From an outside perspective, because I see his command history, I know that, like, every single time he's -4, he's going for Matterhorn. The problem is, you probably don't know that. So, like, back 3, again, +4 into 14, right? You're just going to lose cleanly against what he's normally been playing as. It's funny to see him commit to duck, though, specifically. Oh, and that wasn't a punish. Okay, just careful. Yeah, try to hold back whenever you whiff, because yeah, oftentimes people will do punishes that are late, and then you can punish them accordingly because their punishment is late. That's just a little side note, not an anti-Lili thing, of course. Ah, and you got to guess. Nice F3 is crazy. Block, no punish. Yeah, you're closed up. Is there a poke that will check sidestep at Roy 2? Absolutely not. You're playing Dragunov. No, there's not. Unfortunate. Yeah, what's nasty about it, like, even if you have, like, down forward 1, I think down forward 1 will lose the Matterhorn. Yeah. That's just matchup knowledge again. Elegant. As soon as she hits the Elegant, the 3+4, you just have to duck the second hit and just know it's coming. Because, yeah, as soon as she hits the button, she's committed. She can't cancel it. Block. Yeah, my guess is probably a little bit of latency in your game. 4 for 3 is crazy. Nice low parry. Yeah, good. The good news is, yeah, he doesn't have Heat Burst. Okay. Yeah, so again, this just in general. So against Lili, you're going to be wanting to sidestep left quite often. And the good news is, even though you don't really have any tools to effectively like lock her down, the inverse is also true. Dragunov has a really good sidestep / sidewalk for being a male character. Also, you know, he's a tall, so his movement's actually really, really good for like his classic character. So yeah, Lili also has problems against you. The issue is, like, in Season 2 specifically, Lili has gotten a lot of safer single poke tools that are really effective against a character like Dragunov. And it's furthermore, same thing. You have an issue like the hop kick up 4-3 that you can always let it rock. And as talked about, you know, worst of all, she's -8, right? That's worst case scenario. Oh, I don't like that. Yeah, a lot of flailing. Dragunov with punishment's a little bit trickier nowadays. Yeah, 4 is 50-50. Down 4-3 is smart. Wouldn't beat Rage Heart, but still, it's fine. Duck. Yeah, careful. 1-2. This is just a general like Dragunov note for everyone. 1-2 is only +2. It's only been +2 since T7. It used to be +4 in older games. But yeah, as soon as he commits to 1-2, it's your turn. And by your turn, I mean whoever is not Dragunov. Yeah, you can just immediately challenge him. And he's going to get blown up. There's nothing he can do with 1-2. You have to give your turn up with Dragunov. It's really unfortunate. Main issue with Dragunov is feel that 100 interactions. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Dragunov, you have to like lock your opponent down. And then unfortunately what happens is what we were talking about with Sin is, you know, you do like 20 damage here, 20 damage there, and you make one wrong read and then you just die because you're playing Dragunov who doesn't have tracking, doesn't have the best hitboxes. Oh yeah. The Full Crush down 4-3 is so overtuned in this game. I can't believe they still haven't nerfed it. Wow, what a low parry. Not the best combo. Yeah, you probably should have been looking for a Heat Burst to get you to the wall. Wow, what a challenge. Yeah, this is a terrifying proposition because not only does back 1-4, right? Back 1-4 by itself is only -10, so similar situation with Dragunov. Yeah, it's full launcher, right? Only -10. But then back 1, she can also go for a full crush down 4, 3+4, CD 3+4, off do glide, right? So a very scary challenge. I would say don't challenge with 2-1 if you're going to challenge back 1. Full send like 1-2-1. Full splat. And the wall's conducive too. Not the best combo. Yeah, she put her own back to the wall. Yeah, I would say normally I'd be okay with like the throw commit here. And this also kind of goes to what we're talking about with like meaty timing, right? Yeah, you can throw way earlier than you think you can. Same thing, like the opponent's in a crouching position, but like in the game, they're not. But it's probably better to fish for some sort of down 4, 3+4 reset, or like back 4-3, you know, so on and so forth. Walk with the opponent, lock them down, but don't. Okay, how should I put this? you should have a plan. So I talk about this in like the what's better, like plus frames or knockdown video. So again, they're in a knockdown position. There's only so many things they can do in this position to win. So you know they have limited options. So by you counter-stepping and locking them into the wall, you're basically in that mindset where it's like, okay, I know I can now take my turn immediately and or go for a win, right? I'm in such an advantageous position that if I hit my opponent at this spot, there's a good chance that I won't necessarily kill them, although there's a good chance you can. But with Dragunov, with single hits, not so much. But like, right, you should be thinking, okay, I've now made the read. I should now execute on my idea before my opponent has a turn. Okay, so actually the throw timing was okay. It wasn't as bad as the one we had seen earlier. But still, yeah, again, you can throw way earlier than one might normally think. Careful, only +1. They don't hate the back 3 for lockdown. Yeah, position change kind of sucks now. Okay, easy kill. Rage art, yeah, don't fuck around. Okay. Take a look at your last one here. Yeah, so it's one of those things. It's just, I don't know how to put it. You have to like play the game enough that you understand like once they commit to any sort of wake up position. This is why I'm going back to like, you know, knockdown versus plus frames. Once they hit the button, once they tech roll, once they do anything, they cannot do anything apart from that. So if you can exploit that fact by understanding that they're in a guarding state, right? During their tech roll, during this, during that. Now, that's not to say they can't commit to duck. Okay, so, this is hard to explain. Yes and no. So, yes, there actually is a frame where it's like in a back roll catch state where they technically cannot actually duck. But for the most part, they can still duck. There's still answers in that spot. But again, as soon as they commit to it, you understand like, okay, I have this amount of frames to play with. I can go for X, Y, Z. And then like you have that in your brain right away. So the nice thing is by you stepping with your opponent on the ground, right? If you don't know what to do, you know, worst case scenario, sidestep to the right, evade them, right? In their wake up position, and then launch them if they try to do wake up 3, wake up 4. But the same is also true when you're stepping with them in a certain way or another. This is all part of the same, like, okay, I know what you want to do, and as soon as I see you do what I am expecting it, I punish you accordingly, right? Ooh, not a fan of the combo. Yeah, 4-1 in T8, they hurt the frame data on it in midair, so you actually certain combos don't quite work. Okay. Yeah, obviously much better punish with the wall stand too. At the bare minimum, probably should have been looking for wall stand 1+2 heat dash cancel. Oh, well, I hate how you can't override it. But I do the same thing, so I can't really fault you. Ooh, yeah, careful. Down to -1. Committing to up forward 4 is really only contingent on the fact that you think your opponent's going to give the turn up. In a more panic situation, you're more likely to see duck jab or wall stand 4, but your timing on the orbital up forward 4 will still lose to duck jab. Personally, okay, it's too late, but personally, I've been more experimenting lately with up forward 3 because you have the speed of a more normal hop kick with the risk versus reward that's super in your favor. And then, of course, up forward 3 is safe, so then you can therefore duck and then like commit to like wall stand 1-2 on flinch, stuff like that too. So after back 3, you're +11. So it's probably better to go for like a running 2 lockdown. Because yeah, running 2 is therefore meaty. They can't do anything against it. Yes, exactly. So that's part of the problem with it, up forward 4 as well. And then also you have seen a lot of these situations where your up forward 4 will hit back churn, and then you don't even get like a small combo either. And worst of all, you can't go for ignition switch QCF4 because the fucking thing doesn't hit the ground anymore. Okay. Okay, wall's great. Yeah, just small optimization note. The pitch and roll 2 is like perfect for this type of situations. So pitch and roll 2, and then put them onto the wall. So, you know, by you rolling to the left, it puts you into a spot where you're less likely to hit the wall on a weird side axis. So that's where pitch and roll 2 is perfect. And best of all, it doesn't actually hurt like combo optimization, right? Because you don't have to necessarily go for heat burst either. I just go for heat burst for consistency, but like 3-1 option. Okay, well they fucked this up there. But yeah, strong aerial into you know, heat bursts go so good for consistency. Yes, back forward 3-2, only +5 now. The nice thing is, yeah, this guy's movement timing is not super good, so you're blowing him up. Really should be like Lili's turn here, though. Even at small, at like +5 still. Okay. One thing of note in this matchup, really should be looking for more, yeah, wall stand 1+2, period. Simply because your Lili's breakpoints on all her lows are at least -12. As far as I know. Of course, there's things like that, you know. Well, not that one. That's a bad example. But like BT down 3+4, which launch punishment. There you go. Good duck. Yeah, not a fan of the combo. Let's see. 52 damage. That's a normal line. $82. Yeah. Get a little bit more comfortable with pigeon roll. Pigeon roll 2 is, again, really good because you can control the axis that you're left at. Now, the problem with like pigeon roll 2 is that because you're rolling, you're not ever going to push them straight forward. But for wall positioning and like follow-up options, pigeon roll 2 is definitely the better option. Also, pigeon roll 2 does more damage. I talked about this in the Rage Art low parry optimization video. But like down forward 3+4 with Dragunov is actually one of the weaker strong aerial tailspins in the game. It's only really good because it's like really consistent. But frame data, or sorry, well, frame data really, and damage-wise, it's actually pretty poor. AK main, wall stand 4, and Grand Brain. Okay, that's fair. That's super fair then. Okay, so I'll give you advice in this situation. So this is one of those you should be looking to sidestep to the weak side. So with Dragunov, again, one of the best, strongest parts about Dragunov is just that you have this character who has really, really good natural movement. So if you're never exploiting the fact that your character has like really good movement, you're kind of falling behind the curve when it comes to Dragunov play. Sorry, I'm just looking for Armor King. Because we haven't looked at actually Armor King today. But yeah, movement. That's what Dragunov is in a nutshell. Frame data wise and hitbox wise, he's pretty poor, but you should be looking for movement nonstop. Movement is how you get shit done essentially with a character like Dragunov. Okay. In that case, I'll just take a look at like one random game. Oh, Devil Jin, okay.
Get ready for the next
We'll do one more. Yeah, movement. That's Dragunov in a nutshell. Okay. Up forward 4 is okay because it's a natural part of the mix-up. The issue is, yeah, up forward 4 is in the realm of seeable, so it's not so much a mix-up. But I suppose it's okay. Nowadays, like meta-wise, it's more like full crouch down forward 1-4, stuff like that. So. I'm gonna run yours. That's okay. 2 days. That's fair. Okay, good patience. Yeah, this is also a dynamic matchup because Devil Jin does have the ability to fucking annihilate Dragunov's pressure with up 4. Okay, now let's mix up. 1-3-2 to the back's full launcher. I wouldn't have got 1-3-2 either, but you definitely had the opportunity for it. Yeah, so this is what I was talking about. So balcony break, down for 3+4 is just a little bit on the slow end. If it was like 1 frame quicker, it would work. It's a little bit too slow. Duck. Oh, horrible combo. He missed up this crouch dash 3. Ooh, Launch him. Nice hit. Yeah, you also had the opportunity for like up forward 1 at the bare minimum. If you're worried down forward 2 won't reach there. Up forward 1. It's fine. Woo. Eating back 3 of all options is crazy. Okay, yeah. Roll is like really not good for evasion, so don't think of a roll like that. Roll's only like okay when you're like plus or at neutral-ish. For negative, it's really bad. There are a few situations where like pigeon roll is actually not bad against Bryan. Does down for 2 hit here after up 4? I don't even know. No, it doesn't. So I think you have to go for cocked hammer. God, I hate that you can't fucking control. Namco, please allow it so I can like toggle it that it turns off all inputs for the person I'm controlling. Yeah, careful, damage T1 -10. It is hit confirmable, but in older games you can hit counter confirm the entire string, but in like T6 they nerfed it. Put mistake, of course, you want rank 2. They don't hate the 1-check. Yeah, it's better to use your +9 elsewhere, but in this context, it's fine. Yeah, this is one of those, like... Yeah, you just have to not be ready to hold forward. Yeah, you can hit confirm 1-2-1. Also, there's plenty of time on your clock left. Now, worst case scenario, you're -14, right, 1-2-1, so he can electric you. But realistically, you're not going to eat that. You're going to eat like a back 1, 2, or something like that. Wow, I can't believe that's still linked. Okay. That's not a reset. Oh, there's the reset. Yeah. A delayed side roll. Delayed side roll on the floor. Again, don't stand up into a 50-50. If you stand up, you're going to die. So one of those, just stay on the floor, eat the ground hit, take the back 4, whatever. Again, make your opponent be the one to be the aggressor, and then let them hang themselves. Don't feel like you have to stand up every time. Yeah, that's a little bit different, the CD1, the 1+2, sorry. Because, yeah, he has the heat. Or mids. Okay. Yeah, 1 too many down 2. I like the up 4 from him. Hey, you're not dead. You have to worry about reset, though. Wow, back 4 too, yeah. Okay. Mr. Chains here. Movement, for sure. More movement. I want to see more lateral movement from you. I want to see more backdashing, more shimming, for sure. Because, again, that's like Dragunov's really bread and butter, is just the ability for him to move around the opponent and cause shit to happen. Running to execution could probably use a little work. I would like to see you go for more quick mids with Dragunov rather than going for high flying stuff like up forward 4. In certain scenarios, up forward 4 is very good, but for, I would say, like 80% of the time, it's going to get you blown up, unfortunately, and or the risk versus reward is so skewed that it's not simply worth going for. The real big issue with up forward 4, like you noted, it only tracks one way. It's also very, very floaty. So I can't tell you how many times I've got either jabbed out or he bursted out of the air by me going for up forward 4. So again, if there's like a floor break beneath you where up forward 4 becomes a launcher, or if there's a wall where up forward 4 becomes a launcher, right? That's kind of the MO. Then it's really, really good. But in most scenarios, it's really bad risk versus reward skewing. You might think like, oh, hey, I'm gonna go for up forward 2, the Falcon dive instead, and you know, it doesn't work that way. Can't go for a slower orbital that launches unless you absolutely know the opponent's gonna go for a low. But yeah, in this game especially, as you fall to the floor, right, you're attacking, but you're kind of susceptible to lows, so you don't even get like the benefit of a low crush versus like a Lars or a Bryan up forward 4 orbital where they actually crush and shit like that. Dragunov doesn't have that. He doesn't get the launcher. He doesn't get the evasiveness of the tools either. So it's very, very frustrating. Yeah, exactly. See, it's just one of those like things you kind of get blown up for. Especially, yeah, post down 2, because again, you're -1, up 4-4, then hits on 23 to 25. Deep burst, jabbing. Anything is going to win. And like I said, unless the wall is conducive for a launcher, unless the floor is conducive for a launcher, you're going to get blown up. Down back 2-1, you kind of start experimenting with it, but that might have been you because you're drunk. Down back 2-1 has its place, but that wasn't the place to do it. With that being said, I would still explore it. Down back 2-1 hit confirm, down back 2-1 trapping, counter confirm on second hit, sort of stuff like that. Delayed stagger timing, even though you can get blown up in certain matchups. I think most people are still going to fall for it more often than not. I want to see, yeah, more quicker pokes. Down 4-4, up 4-3, back 2. Blizzard Hammer. Blizzard Hammer is a big part of the game. Back 1+2 that I didn't see. Down 2 meta. Yeah, it needs some work. But that's one of those, like, okay, you play Dragunov a lot, you'll get a better feel of it. Maybe a few ignition switches, QCF4, Sway 4, or not Sway 4, but QCF4. Let's see here. Yeah, I think that's the biggest detriment. Oh, combos, sorry. Combos were pretty bad too. The double 4-1 line, I think, leaves you susceptible to weird wall distances and weird axes that will get you in trouble, so I'd stay away from that. Back 2, yeah, back 2 is really, really -3, +7. Tracks fully to his right. Back 2 is a really good complement to down forward 1. Back 2 and down forward 1 alone, those two moves are probably enough to break most people's resolve when you're on defense. But yeah, running 2 can definitely use some work. So I think those are the biggest issues there. But combos, for sure. Look up better combo lines. Again, you don't have to do anything like super unstable, like double QCF4, or double Inspal Stand 4, double QCF 3+4, or double 4-4 lines, which are very tricky. Yeah, just go for more basic stuff. But yeah, you're definitely letting damage on the table there. I think that's about it off the top of my head. Yeah, for sure. Okay, yeah, so that was, again, viewer match reviews. I'll go ahead and kill it here. Again, you don't have to be a member. You don't have to be a subscriber. Just submit your name on the Google Doc. Just make sure that the name you provide is either your current Tekken name in-game, or provide your Tekken ID. Or you can just send a link to, Kick, Twitch, YouTube, any sort of footage there. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for being a member, Lil Bongshangs. But yeah, just submit it. I do these about once a month. We'll probably do this. Ooh, with TWT finals coming up, we'll probably do it the weekend after the finals. Although at the same time, usually they put a patch out after the finals, even a small patch. We'll play it by ear. But yeah, we'll do the coverage for there for the TWT finals. I think that's about it. If I made a mistake, as usual, please correct me. And then I'll see you guys in the next video / next match review. Thanks to whoever who submitted. Estavio, Lil Bongshangs, Natty, Rogueston, and then even Walter. Like I said, just be sure your name is correct next time, and we'll take a look at it as well. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Adios. Later all. Bye-bye. Yeah.